Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. Let me ask you this question. How many of you have problems in your life? When was the last time you focused on the solution more than you focused on the problem? Here's what happens. People say about having problems, oh, they don't have time, they don't have money, or they're not good at this or not good at that. And that's what they focus on. When was the last time that you changed your way of thinking? That you're looking, okay, what can I do about it? When you focus just on the problem tends to stick around because that's what you're thinking about all the time. If you start asking yourself, how can I fix this? What can I do to change this? How can I make tomorrow different from today? Yeah, I realize I don't have money now. But what's going to be different next month if I keep thinking the way I'm thinking about, oh, I don't have money? What happens if you start telling yourself, I'm somebody who attracts money to me? I can learn how to build an online business. I can change where I stand financially. I'm someone who uses my time wisely to get me towards the goals that I'm trying to reach in my life. And I know there's some of you that probably never thought this way before. You never thought about, how am I going to fix this? What's going to change for me in the next 30 days if I do exactly the same thing this month as I did last month? Well, what happens? Absolutely nothing. That's how people go 6 months, go a year, and nothing's really changed in their life. They're home to work, home to work. It's the same thing day after day. You don't want to live your life waiting for Friday, living for the weekend. You weren't designed to do that. So the next time you come up on problems of, I don't have money or I don't have time, something's not going right in your life, instead of focusing on the problem, let's focus on the solution that it takes to change the problem. How am I going to change my finances? What can I do with the skill set that I have? Most people can do a lot more things than they realize. They just chose not to pursue some of those actions. This is designed just to make you think. As we move forward and we start really getting into this $1 million roadmap and making the money and the things that you're going to have to change in your life, the price that you're going to pay to get here, I want you to make sure that it's worth it for you. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. But most people jump off the path long before they get there. Because something has come up in their life and they decided, this isn't worth it. I can't do it anymore. For whatever reason. I don't want you to be that person. So it's time to start looking, what problems do I have in my life and what are the solutions to those problems? What can I change? And stuff isn't going to fix overnight, but it's a mindset. If you start looking at, okay, I'm having some money challenges. What can I do to make a difference? Obviously, you hear me talk all the time. You're not going to save your way to wealth. That isn't what I coach. You're going to earn your way to wealth. That's what I coach. That's why we're building the $1 Million Roadmap. Are you going to have to save money along the way? Yeah, you're going to want to cut some corners so you have money to invest in your business. But when it comes right down to it, the solutions that we're going to come up with to the problems you have are going to be using an internet business to create wealth. And that's straightforward. So with that being said, it's time to start thinking, how can I change my life to make this work for me? That's everything I have for today's episode. We'll see you next time on The Money Wheel.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.